Ben Marati. This is my first video on this new channel, Benjamin Eats. It's a food channel, so I'll be doing a little bit of tutorials on foods that I eat. As of right now, I am a vegetarian. I'm not eating any meat. Trying to transition to maybe becoming a vegan. Personally, the reason I did it was for health reasons. I want to stop eating meat. Personally, I don't think it's that good for you. I've read studies, watched videos, and the effects of meat on the body. So it's been a month. I've been vegetarian. And one of the things was I was looking up different kinds of foods to make, but a lot of the foods that I'm eating right now are foods that I was eating before, just minus the meat, right? A month in, and we'll transition and see. I've been making a lot of vegan options, but as of right now, just vegetarian. I haven't restricted eggs or dairy yet, but I might go that route. So it's a stepping stone, and just seeing what kind of recipes I come up with, that might be the next step. So for my first video, I will be making one of my favorite dishes, a staple in my diet right now, falafel. So it's going to be my version or take on falafel. So follow me along while I make this meal, and if you get an opportunity, follow me on Instagram, and subscribe and like if you like these videos.
Any good falafel recipe starts with dry chickpeas, so soak them up in some cold water for 24 hours. And then get your ingredients. So I have some onions, some peppers, some jalapenos, some cilantro. Cut them up, because the next step after that, we're going to put them in the food processor. Once in there, you're going to want to cover it up, and you don't want to blend it. What you want to do is use the pulse option, because that way it just breaks it up evenly. You want a little bit of the chunks. This will be good for cooking. So let's see how that goes. See, that's sort of the consistency you want. And next, we add the chickpeas. And after the chickpeas, you're going to want to get some seasonings. I have salt, paprika, cayenne, garlic powder, and some black pepper. And then we blend it again, pulsing it to that consistency. If you want, put it in a container. And a little hack before you make it into balls, you can actually put them into the freezer. This way it's a little bit tougher. So the reason I do this is because I'm adding no flour, no eggs. So this is vegan friendly. So again, when you want to roll the balls, actually you don't want to roll them. You want to pat them through your hands. If you roll them without any dough, eggs, what will happen is these will break apart. So if you watch the motion of my hands, I'm patting them into both hands. And after this, so if you want, as I said, you could put it in the fridge or freezer just so it hardens, so you can do this a little bit easier. After you make them into the falafel balls, you can also put them in the freezer again for about like 20 minutes so that when you fry them, they're hard and they don't break apart. If you did add eggs or if you did add flour, you wouldn't need to do this. But since we're going to be vegan friendly, we can't do that. So again, now you just want to fry it. Make sure your oil is nice and hot. So this should be about a minute aside, and you'll get this golden brown texture. And once it's all cooked and you've already flipped them around, you can put falafels in anything. You can eat it by itself, in a salad. What I prefer is in a pita sandwich, so you can garnish with some tomatoes. I have some sriracha homemade mayo. I have sriracha chipotle mayo. It's really, really whatever you like. So here I have some turnips, so tomatoes, pickles, sriracha mayo on a nice pita. You can't beat that. And if you can see, this is how they turn out. So again, if you like this video, subscribe. I'll have videos out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday every week. And this was the first video, so falafels.